We're going to be joined in just a few by Big Frank Budelewski. Ask Big Frank on Instagram. He's a 5%er, professional arm wrestler. This guy, it was in law enforcement. He does acting, and he also was a dog rescuer. And he's fucking humongous, man. So we had a really good chat. I'm going to break this interview up into two different parts because one was kind of off subject, off topic, and the other was more related to the industry. So we're going to show that industry part on this episode of MSTV, but we're going to have a bunch of other really cool fucking shit for you guys, and we'll be right back after this quick break. We want to welcome right now to Muscle Sport TV, Big Frank, also known as Frank Budelewski. Did I say it right?
Budelewski, yes, sir.
We just went over that before we started rolling, and I still fucked it up a little bit, but that's cool, man. Big Frank's a lot easier to pronounce. So welcome to the program, Frank. And I want to also thank Crystal Wildfire Anthony. She is a Miss MSM, and she alerted me to the things that you had going on. I guess it was the same day that the guys from 5% were cut from as sponsored athletes.
Yeah.
And, so you were with 5% for a few years, right?
Yeah. Rich, I never applied for anything. You know, after I turned pro in bodybuilding in 2008, I did a show did a pro show in 2010 and then 2012. And then I had it with the industry a little bit. You know, it started getting a little strange. And then I had my head injury, so I disappeared for a while. And out of nowhere, I only had 200 people on Instagram. And Rich Piana started following me, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know? So he wrote me, and he's like, hey, man, you know, he asked me my size, you know, he asked me my weight. He's like, where have you been? I told him, look, you know, I just kind of do my own thing, you know? Like, and he said, can you tell me your story? So I sent my story in. And he wrote back, and he's like, look, I know it's not your goal. I know it's really not what you want to do, but I see that you do like to help people. And I'd really like to bring you on the team to give you that platform to help and inspire more people. And then when I looked at it that way, I was like, you know what? I think that is something I'd like to do. So I joined the team, and it was awesome. I got my chances to hang out with him and had fun with him and Chanel and everybody on the team. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. And then you fit in perfectly with that crew, and obviously with the big jack size and the tats and all of that. So I definitely think that was a good match for you two guys to be together.
And I think what was nice too is that we both were similar in that we like to help people. We live to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what he liked most about me. Because I think he saw a little bit of himself in the stuff that I do. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we hit it off so well on a personal level, was because we were very much the same. We wouldn't walk in anywhere without complimenting every single person in there. He didn't see anyone better than him, and I never see anyone better than me. You know what I mean? It's just the way we were.
Very cool. And yeah, unfortunately, what happened with the company, obviously, unfortunately, what happened with Rich first, that's the most apparent. And then with the company. But you were a total gentleman. I read your post about it. You said it was a business decision, not a personal thing. There was no ill will. You were thankful for the time that you had with these guys.
Yeah. Thankful for the time I had with Rich. And here's the thing. He found me out of nowhere. And in a lot of ways, I'd almost given up on myself. You know what I mean? And he re-inspired me made me believe that I had a greater purpose, by helping people, and I used my platform. So, I can't cry and complain and be pissed off or whatever, because I will for the rest of my life carry with me that Rich Piana, out of 1 million followers that he has, just happened to follow me and ask me to join the group, and that's something I'll carry with me no matter where I go. And a lot of what we shared, a lot of what he told me he believed I should be doing, I will always take with me no matter where I am. I'll always be 5%, because he told me, he's like, you were 5% before I even came up with the name because of all you've been through. Yeah. So, I will take that wherever.
Yeah, definitely. And very classy the way you posted that stuff, but also the way you wanted to give people that couldn't afford the shirts, the apparel, the gear, and all of that stuff that 5% has, because you had so many of them, and you said you were going to keep some and wear some, and that you posted on Instagram that you had like a closet full of 5% apparel that you wanted other people to be able to use. You were going to keep some for yourself, but you felt like you had so many of them now you wanted to give them back to people. And you actually got pleasantly surprised by that, right? What the reaction to it?
I think I had a total of like 80 shirts, right? Now, you got to remember, for a couple years, I didn't do like the food plan or whatever, so I would do the supplements and the clothes. Because I figured, if I'm going to represent a company, I'm going to wear that stuff everywhere I go. And I was wearing it everywhere. So I just accumulated so many I didn't even open yet, And I'm looking at them, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to keep 15, 20 shirts. Now I had 63 shirts, right? Most of them were new. And I'm like, what am I going to do with these things? I'm not going to throw them out. No. That's disrespectful. I'm not going to sell them. That's weird. Yeah. I'm not going to bring them to Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to know what the hell it is. Plus, a couple of them have the words on it and whatever. So yeah. I was just thinking, and it was like fate. Someone sent me a letter, a direct message, and they told me about a story about Rich and how he inspired them and changed their life, and how he wished that he could afford, to get a shirt or whatever. I was like, what's your address? So that's the guy I sent. I had 2 custom hats made that I wore at the Arnold last year. Haven't worn them since. So I asked him if he wanted them. He freaked out. He thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So I sent those, and I got the idea, and just spur of the moment, I'm like, I put out a live video, and I was like, hey, I have 63 shirts. If anyone has an inspiring story to share with me of how Rich changed your life, and you really can't afford to get any shirts or whatever, any clothing for 5%, let me know. I have a ton extra. I'd be more than happy to hook you guys up. In 1 hour, I got 173 stories. It was crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, that'll make me broke. You know what I mean? So, what am I going to do with those? So I took, out of the 173, I think some people wrote that just, they just wanted a shirt. You know what I mean? But the people that really shared the stories, I got, out of that 173, I got 50 that were just amazing. And then I took all 50, wrote them out, put them in a hat, and me and the kids, we just kept grabbing them. They had a ball. They thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I picked 21 names, and I sent out 21 packages. Almost had a heart attack when I was at the post office, and they told me how much the shipping and packaging was. But you know what? To me, it was worth it, because as strange as it may sound, it was almost like closure. Like it healed my heart a little bit to keep Rich going. Everybody says, the future and future face and all that stuff. To me, it'll always be Rich Piana's 5%. You know what I mean? So I liked taking those stories, and I liked helping those 21 people. And they were so over the moon about what I did. It was just crazy. And if you could touch a life like that, man, and it was such a simple gesture, but they just loved it. It like meant the world to them. One woman who lost 128 pounds, she said, obviously she's going to wear my size tank top. It looked like a dress on her. She said that she was going to take it to have it altered because it meant that much to her.
Oh, wow.
So, I just thought that was so cool.
What size shirt are you? I'm going to guess 3X.
They don't make 3X. So, the T-shirts come in 3X. So all my T-shirts were 3X. So I gave those to the bigger guys. And then all the tank tops, the biggest size was 2X. So I do a lot of tugging on them when I put them on. You know what I mean? It's really cool. I mean, the stories I got, man, just unbelievable. And the thing that's really cool is I had to put out, all right, the shirts are done.
Yeah.
Since that day, every single day, I probably get 10 to 20 people writing saying, look, I'm not asking for anything. I just really want to share my story. So that's awesome. And I got to find some way to do something with these stories, whether I put it on my page or put it in some article or do something, because people really need to hear this stuff. And you get people out there that say, oh, well, you get some people say, oh, Rich was an actor, and stuff like that. Here's the thing. Whatever Rich was, what people saw on his feeds and whatever, that's what inspired people. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he was, see, I knew him, and everything I saw was fantastic. Everywhere we went, he would compliment everybody. We stayed 2 hours after the expo so that he could shake hands with every person that waited in line. Yeah. Like, we were fighting with security because security's like, you got to go.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, well, tell these guys I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, we were there for 2 hours after. You got to remember, this is a guy that had a bad back, he had bad knees, he was in pain, and he's just like, I'm not going until I meet everybody. So it's like I want people to know not only what he wanted to do, but how he inspired people, how he changed people's lives. That's the stuff that will keep his name going. Yeah. And if I can keep doing that, hey, I don't care where I am, I'm never going to forget Rich Piano.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I mean, it seemed like you guys were, you were friendly, and it was definitely something that was positive on your life. And I mean, you got quite the inspirational story itself. You're talking about this lady losing a lot of weight and getting back into health. I mean, you're the prime example of that. I mean, you had a shitty fucking car accident when you were a senior in high school, right? You were ready to play.
It was the year after. It was already in the summer, just before my freshman year in college. And I was in football summer camp for the team. And they sent us back for Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So we went back, and I mean, man, remember, now I'm 46 years old. Back then, no one heard about drinking and driving. They didn't do half of what they do these days, Yeah. So we went out. We were going bar to bar. We all had our fake IDs and all that garbage. And, we're driving back. I was a passenger, and he just lost control of the car, went off the road. We hit a pole sideways. So the pole took me and pushed me into his side, ripped the seat out of the floorboard, ripped the seatbelt right out of the floor. It was bad. And my knees, when my knees went through the dashboard, it severed both ligaments completely. So my back, side, ribs, knees, legs, everything was just destroyed. My face was destroyed. I had to have my whole face reconstructed. So, I mean, it was bad, and I couldn't move for 6 years. So, I used to go to bodybuilding shows like in the 90s with a walker. And, a couple times in a wheelchair, a walker, and crutches. And I would see guys like, Dave Palumbo and Kevin Levrone and all those guys. And especially Mike Matarazzo, if you remember Mike Matarazzo, sure. They would come up to me, or I'd go up to them, and they were so cool to me. The industry was so awesome back then, at all the expos and everything. They were so willing to talk to you, Chris Cormier, all those guys. And they didn't see me as like the fat, crippled guy. You know what I mean? They were like, hey, man, believe in yourself. You can do it, whatever. And I wound up losing 145 pounds in 1999. I rebuilt myself in 2000. And then in 2001, I stepped on stage for the first time, told everyone I was going to be a bodybuilder. They started laughing at me. But I took the stage, and you could hear a pin drop, and then it just erupted. The first time I ever saw my dad cry. My mom went crazy, God rest her soul, and I wound up winning that show. And then I just kept going, wound up turning pro in 2008. So I went through a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, What school were you going to, college-wise? Which
Penn,
one?
Penn State.
Oh, my God. Holy fuck. That's my team, bro. I'm a fucking PSU fan. So you had a football scholarship for Penn State. You were playing football on that team.
Would have been.
What year was that?
The accent was in 91.
Okay, because I'm saying I'm 50, so I'm thinking I graduated high school in 85 when you're a few years younger than me, so I was trying to do the math quick.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit. Who was on that team? Do you remember which guys were on that team?
Oh, man. I have amnesia from my head injury.
Yeah.
Because that's part two was, a couple of years ago, I was an officer for 10 years. I want to get blasted in the head, but one of the best moments that ever happened, we had a meeting, and Joe Paterno walked in. And, I mean, even back then, I was big. I was always big. I was ranked one of the biggest and strongest in all Western New York. And I was all Western New York. He walked up, and he was talking to someone. He goes, "See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly the type that I like. Big but lean." Because he didn't like, heavy guys. He liked guys that were faster. So, I always took that with me. I was like, that was cool. And then
awesome. Yeah, it's Joe Pa, man. Come on.
and then the other one, the offensive line coach that, got himself in a little bit of trouble.
Okay, yeah.
I won't even get into that. Thank God I don't have any stories with that. But yeah.
But he, obviously, all of that aside, he was very well respected fucking position coach for how long? He
was an awesome coach, and I'll tell you what, he killed us.
Yeah.
And he killed us during that summer. That's why when we got that break, I was so like, yes, because I was just ready to get out of there. And I can't even tell you, I was so freaking sore every night. Like, they just beat the shit out of us back then. And, I just wanted to go out and just blow off some steam. And I guess I blew off too much steam,
We all fucking do that stuff, bro. There's nothing wrong
with
it.
The worst part about it was, since I was 6 years old, I played football. I wrestled and played football. And my father groomed me. He's like, you don't have that size for nothing. You're going to do something with it.
Yeah.
So I was groomed my whole life that someday I was going to play pro football. That's what I was going to do. And, after the accident, instead of, you don't hear, "Are you okay?" You hear, "You effing idiot." You know what I mean? So, he was like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "You blew your future." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, Dad. I'll be all right, though." So it's just the way he was. He's just an old school guy, and he felt like that's what I was meant to be, and I kind of blew it by being stupid and going out and whatever. But you know what? I don't really believe anymore that's what I was supposed to be. I think everything happens for a reason. I think I went through everything I went through so I could live the life that I'm living now and making an impression on other people's lives. You know what I mean? So I go to schools, and I'm a public speaker, so I go to schools. I'm with the Guardian Angels, too. So with the Guardian Angels, I'll go in schools with anti-bullying programs.
Yeah.
And, we'll talk about drinking and driving and stuff like that, but then also kids that are being bullied, we'll not only teach kids not to bully, but the kids who are being bullied, we go to gyms, local gyms, to get the gyms to give them a free membership. And then two of my friends also have, John Lehman and Mike Caldwell both have studios. They're both martial arts experts. So one is Russian Sambo and the other is MMA. So we'll teach these kids real world self-defense, not, the Karate Kid stuff, like stuff that they can actually apply. And it gives them self-confidence and lets them handle situations if it comes to that. And, we're changing lives one school at a time. So
that is fucking awesome, though, that you're getting them gym memberships and teaching them self-defense with martial arts. That is so fucking cool. So obviously, the football dream came to an end, unfortunately. But like you said, you're doing so many good things with your life. You're a professional arm wrestler. You're an actor. You have so many things going on. It's like, listen, it's not like you could have just stayed in that, that overweight guy that would have cried the blues that he fucked up and blew a fucking Division I scholarship. But you took that and you made the best out of that and made better out of that, as far as I'm concerned, because, you're an inspirational guy. You're a big guy. What was your playing size? What was your size, height, and weight when you got hurt?
I'm 6'4". That year in high school, I was like 255, but then once I got to college, I was 275.
Nice. Yeah. What are you now?
370.
Wow. Yeah, because you're a big dude, man. So.
I'm different now. I went through bodybuilding. I got bigger, and that was the goal. Back then, they didn't want you past 270, 280. They wanted all their linemen to be leaner and faster. That's just what Joe Paterno always wanted. He didn't want big, bulky guys. So.
Were you a tackle or a guard?
I was a tackle in high school. I would have been a guard in college.
Okay, so you had
because I was fast.
Yeah, but you have obviously had size to be the interior there. That A gap. my son's a varsity high school football player, offensive tackle, but he was hurt this whole year, his junior year, and he was unable to play. He's got fucked up discs in his back from JV. He started in JV, he got hurt, played through the pain, and now he's sidelined probably for good. So it fucking talking about football offensive line, it's like that's really big thing with me. I probably like your father is the way he was to you. I'm like that to my kid.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it because he had dreams of me never having to worry about money, never having to worry about anything. But you know what? Sometimes your path is just your path.
Sure. And
you got to look at it that way. Now, I just got signed to 3 movies. I got a lot going on. So, hey, we make our own fortunes in different ways, right?
You're successful, in a completely different paths. I mean, you have multiple things that you succeed in. What are the movies? Can you talk about them at all?
Yeah. So through Black Eye Entertainment, the first movie is going to be called Dogmen. And in Dogmen, we had DMX as it's his return. But how can I say this? I don't know if he saw the news, but he made a little mistake again. So he's back in, unfortunately he's back in jail. I mean, it's known. You can find it online. So this whole time I've been promoting. I mean, we went for everything. We went for weapons tests. We went for screen tests. We went for everything. And now this happens. So you ever hear the show Power?
Yes.
Okay. Tommy from Power.
I don't know him, but
the white guy Tommy from Power. He's taken his spot, and it's a better dynamic. And the producer and the writer like it a lot better because we're going to tell the story of a group of guys that come up from being young kids, coming up in age, and he's going to run the Atlanta crew, okay, and then there's another crew in Miami, and there's kind of like a drug war going on, and they're going to take his girl, and I'm one of the guys that grew up with him. I was in his life, so I have a full speaking part. I mean, it's a huge part. When I read for it, they were shocked. They were like, "Man, we never thought that you'd be able to read like that," because I've done commercials. I took acting classes, everything, because this was always my goal.
Yeah.
And so when I did the reading, they just wanted me to be like an extra because I was big, and they're like, "No, we need to give you a speaking role. Are you good with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good with it." So now I'm gonna track down, their girl, and I wound up getting the Devin Larratt, who I was in the arm wrestling thing with the big match, 10-time world champion. Mm-hmm. He's gonna have a little cameo in there just to play up to what we did together. So there's gonna be a bar scene that's gonna be pretty cool because arm wrestling is gonna get thrown into it, and it's a fun scene. It's a really cool scene. But I do my own stunts. I do everything because back in 2003, I mean, even though I had my injuries, I can still move. 2003, I was supposed to be on Tough Enough on MTV for the WWE.
Yeah.
And, I was young and stupid. Back then, you think like you're going to be a bodybuilder and that's going to be like the greatest thing on earth. You know what I mean? So I made a mistake and decided I was going to be a bodybuilder instead of a wrestler. And hey, what are you going to do? That's when shortly after is when my eyes were open and I realized I was never going to be rich as a bodybuilder. So I was kicking myself for years, but going through the training and everything, that's when I started acting. And I didn't want to give that up. So I kept doing the classes and everything, and it paid off.
It's pretty wild. And also, you had mentioned it before, and we also got that other thing in common that we were talking about off air. So how did that, I mean, how many years did you serve?
10 years. 10 years I was federal. So we're going through riot training. And they didn't have the helmet big enough because I have an 8 1/4 size head. My head is enormous.
I want to make sure I correct people. I said, how long did you serve? And you said, I did federal 10 years. I want to make sure they realize that we're talking about good guys, not bad guys.
Yeah, officer.
That would be a good soundbite if they cut that out. But we're talking about you were an ICE agent, right?
What's that?
You were with the ICE department. That's what you were, federal agent.
Yeah. So we did, obviously immigration, but we also housed federal marshal detainees.
Okay.
So I mean, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a fun place for people to be. You know what I'm saying? So we had to go through riot training and do all that stuff because I was on the CERT team and special response. And well, they didn't have a helmet to fit me, and I was across from a newer guy. And I kept grabbing the shield. Obviously, I'm a strong guy. I kept grabbing the shield. I kept bringing it to the ground, right? And the instructor screaming at him. He's like, don't you understand? You'll get killed. You'll get killed. So the kid started getting nervous, and I kept bringing the shield to the ground. And the kid said, look, can you just show me what to do? So the instructor grabbed the shield and goes, give me that effing thing. I'll show you how to knock a big guy back. Well, I grabbed the shield and did the same thing to him. All right, so now the shield's on the ground. He's pinned in the shield. He feels stupid. The other instructors are laughing because they knew that I was going to do it. And I didn't do it to embarrass them. I was just doing the same thing. Yeah, so they blew the whistle, and he came up with everything he had. And his plan was, he admitted, he was going to hit me in the chest and knock me back or knock me down. He wanted to show that he could move me. Yeah, right in the face and the head. So it took my nose, put the bone right through the skin, broke my teeth, dislocated my jaw. I can't hear out of my left ear. I lost hearing in my left ear. 3 herniated discs in my neck, and then the brain injury. The brain injury has been the worst, only because it's an invisible injury. When I had my physical injury, someone could look at me and be like, all right, he's got some problems. You know what I mean? Looking the way I do, right? If I'm carrying something just happens to drop out of my hands, or I forget, I'm talking, I'll lose my place. I forget people's names because I have documented amnesia, or my balance will be off. All this stuff started happening, and people are looking at me like, what's the matter with this guy? You know what I mean? So it got so bad, I had to go to a neurologist, and I get 70 injections into my head every month. I get SPGs, I'm on meds. The brain injury turned to fibromyalgia, so I'm always in pain, but you know what? You will never, ever, ever see me lying down. I made a post the other night just kind of showing people, because people don't understand what I'm going through because I don't want them to see it. But a few people asked me, and they said, listen, you're such an inspiration. People don't even know what you deal with. Can you just show them what you kind of deal with so they understand that you get up despite your pain? So, I made a post the other day, and people, I can't even tell you how many people wrote me, thanking me and blessing me for showing that, because it made them realize that they may have cancer, they may have, some disease, they may have an injury that no one can see, and they feel like they're alone. And just knowing that someone else is going through it, but forces themselves to go through every day, that's just another way I'm trying to help people, to show them, if I can do it, man, you can do it for sure. Yeah. So
now, that was the instructor that hit you, or the cheese dick kid?
Instructor.
Holy fuck! Oh my god! Yeah.
So
that's fucked up, bro. That's just a shitty fucking thing to happen, man.
When you're in like that brotherhood thing, yeah. You know what I mean? They were like, technically you could sue because it's the instructor. You don't do that to brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Totally got you on that. Yeah.
He screwed up. He tried to save face, and hey, things happen. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do?
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally get where you're coming from on that part of it. But you were able to overcome so many of these fucking things between the car accident, the being overweight and out of shape because of the residuals of the car accident. And I mean, I saw like before and after photos of you. And then when you were on stage with the WBFF, which you're a pro bodybuilder with. So, I mean, you got like such a fucking wild story. That doesn't even count the inspirational stuff with 5%, the arm wrestling, the acting, just those things there on their own. The merit is just fucking amazing. So you got a cool fucking story out there, and I'm glad that you shared it with us, and I'm hoping that maybe other people that didn't know part of your story are going to learn some of it, because I learned a lot of it just in the last few days since we scheduled this.
Well, I'm honored, truly honored. So thank you so much.
I'm honored.
It was so sweet of Crystal too, because I never knew Crystal before. I didn't even know that she was following me, and she wrote me. I guess she had contacted you, and she's just the sweetest girl on earth. Yeah, just amazing. So it's just been the past couple days getting to know you, getting to know her has just been fantastic.
That's so cool, man. I'm so glad she alerted me to you, because I always liked the 5% guys. I mean, when Rich was doing the stuff with us for a little while, a couple of years back. I just got to know a lot of you guys as yourselves, and I always, thought you guys were fucking cool and brought a lot to the table on your own. You all had different stories and different reasons for being there, and you have just, Jesus, man, this is fucking really cool. I want to have you on another show where we're gonna just talk politics, because I'm dying to see, as a former ICE agent, what some of your opinions are on the policies and stuff that are trying to be passed nowadays. I'm a Trump supporter.
Saying brolic, man, gym gang, bang bang, boss up, boss status. This right here is history in the making. See, a lot of y'all got workout groups. You know what I mean? Y'all work out. Y'all come together, make videos, and work out. Gym gang, this is a family, bro. This is love. This is bonds, man. Bonds that are embedded in our souls. You see the tattoos? It's embedded in our flesh. You see gym gang? We wear it on our hearts, bro. So this is love. This is unity. This is powerful, man. My family, this is what I bleed for. My family, this is what I die for. So when you come at gym gang, just remember, you dealing with blood ties. You dealing with a lot more than just a workout group. You dealing with us. Now we one. It's like 1,000 of us, we sharing one lung. You think you gonna call somebody out in the gym gang, like you feel like you gonna say, I'm gonna come at Brolic, or I'm gonna come at Hodge, or I'm gonna come at Mark, or I'm gonna come at P, or I'm gonna come at Banner, or I'm gonna come at Savage, or I'm gonna come at Young Barbaric, Young Turner, whoever you think you're gonna come at. You're gonna come at fucking Iron Man. It ain't happening, bro. This is the reason why we call ourselves Gym Gang. Keep in mind, yo, we accept everybody. Once your heart is good and your intention is good, the door's always open, man. But you know what? We trying to spread across the state to state, globe to globe, coast to coast, facility to facility. Because this is what it's about. It's a movement. Understand the movement, man. That's why we call it the commission. We fuck with Mac Truck, Team 18 Wheeler. So if you come at them, you come at us. Mac Truck, you come at him, you come at us. There ain't no fair ones in this. If y'all cross us, we not gonna let nothing slide. Ain't nothing sliding. You know what I'm saying? Now this ain't for nobody particular, because I don't talk sideways. This is direct conversation right here. You with us, we fuck with you. You not with us, bang, bang, bang. You already know what it is. Gym Gang.
All of my niggas is family, yeah.
It's a new wave. It's
new sheriff's lieutenant, Jim Gang. Let's go.
I do this for all of my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. 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 Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. All of my niggas is family. All of my niggas is family. I go to war with my niggas. I go to war with my niggas. Started a war with my niggas. Now I just ball with my niggas.
Product boss status. Yo, Jim Gang, South Carolina, fucking East Coast hitters, we in here. You know what I mean? You see what the fuck it is.
Look how we made it, we come from the bottom. Miss on my homies, them crackers still got them. I want revenge on the niggas that shot them. Pray to the heavens, God hope that you got them. Only family, I don't fuck with niggas. Only depend on a couple niggas. Niggas stay firm and they won't budge. Don't need the same blood to be brother niggas. Yeah. I do this for all of my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. 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 Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. All of my niggas is family. All of my niggas is family. Niggas, you see me around, they the ones holding it down. Yeah, I keep killers around, that's just my family now. Love on my niggas, they know it. Love on my niggas, they know it. Never too proud to show it. Pop like a bottle of Moet. Or fuck it, a bucket of food. We was just cutting the school. We ain't have nothing, so we ain't have nothing to lose. What I want for you too. Put down this pad and a pencil. Quickly you grab me a pistol. I don't think you understand me. All of these niggas my family. Yeah. I do this for all of my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. Let's go. I go so hard for my niggas. All of my niggas is family. 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 Niggas, you see me around, I call them niggas my family. All of my niggas is family. All of my niggas is family.
Like to welcome our newest sponsor here at Muscle Sport TV, and that is magicandmuscle.com, M-A-G-I-C-K and muscle.com. This is your one-stop shop for all your gym apparel and supplements. They have caps, as you can see right here. They have tank tops also. He's having t-shirts being made up, our buddy Robert Martin from over there, and they're going to be sent here, and we'll show you them as soon as we get them. They're going to be hot off the press, but they got some great supplements here. This is a pre-workout, The Awakening, and here we have a recovery elixir, BCAAs. I'm going to enjoy. I got 2 of those, and now here we have thermogenic burn. That's your fat burner right there, and this is one that I'm going to enjoy more. Testosterone Conjure, boosts libido and performance. See what happens when you get old? You fucking need shit like this, and you need advertisers like this. All kidding aside, magicandmuscle.com, one-stop shop. You get your caps, you get your shirts, and you get your
This is Robert Frank, 615, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
School Lion presents Muscle Sport Media coverage. It's even hard to talk when I stand next to Denise Masino. We're at the Muscle Pinups booth, also the Misfit booth with IFBB Pro, Denise Masino. Hello, Denise.
Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you.
I always visit Denise's booth every year at any expo she's at, and when she's not at an expo like at the Olympia, I was very sad.
You missed me?
I did miss you because we were drinking too much, but that's beside the point. Right now we're sober. But the movie is out. Last year when we were talking to you at the same booth, the movie wasn't out yet. You guys promoting it and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about the movie and where can people get it?
So the DVD is out. The movie is available on Amazon. And it's also available on iTunes. And then we're also selling the DVD. The movie is let's see, it's a journey that changed my life in a crazy way. I went around the country interviewing people that call themselves real-life superheroes, and I was like trying to figure out why they were wearing spandex and not going to the gym, and why they were wearing masks and going out into the streets. And in the process of meeting all these characters, and believe me, Joe, there were a lot of characters, they made me think about fitness, how it impacted my life, bodybuilding, what it means to me, and whether or not that's something I could share with people and maybe change their lives in a positive way. And I know it sounds really feel good, you know, like all warm and fuzzy and stuff, and it is. But at the same time, the movie's funny, it'll shock you, it shocked me, and I'm really proud of the fact that we got it out. We have 5-star rating on Amazon. People seem to love it, so I'm excited about it. And thank you for asking me about it.
You should be excited about it, because it's very rare in our industry that there is any type of movie type of atmosphere, especially with female bodybuilders. It's great that you've been carrying a torch for a long time for the women, and something like this, it's like a mainstream thing. What has the feedback been as far as from outside of the industry with the movie?
I think, well, looking at the ratings and looking at the reviews that we have on Amazon, and these are people, most of them, I don't know them, that have bought the movie. Yeah. People say that they're shocked, that it was nothing that they would ever have expected. People say that they're inspired, and that's really what I want people to get out of it. I think that hopefully they're as inspired as I was, because I went around the country meeting people like Master Legend, and people like Danger Man, and people like Zeta Man, and these are real characters. But even though they seem a little bit, you know, out of this world, they're dressing up and they're going out into the world and they're trying to make it a better place. Yeah. And I hope people walk away inspired. And I think that's exactly what's happening. And if I can share a little bit of that, a little bit of good stuff, you know, that grows. So that's what I'm hoping for with this movie.
Bottom line is, you've been doing stuff like this for a while. You're very good at what you do. This movie, I'm very excited. Greg said he's going to give me a copy of it, so I'm looking forward to watching it. But Denise Masino, The Adventures of Misfit, and also at the Muscle Pinups, right here at the Arnold Expo.
Gotta stay straight focused too.
The nose knows that MSM is for you. What the fuck do I mean by that? I actually got the idea watching a video that Dave Palumbo put up on RX Muscle a little while ago. And he was saying that, you know, it was the thing of the rift between him and Bob Chick, and that RX is for the competitors, and they want to put all these like amateur and pro guys on camera and interview them and all of that stuff. And, you know, we're the only, media outlet that does that. And I'm thinking, all right, yeah, because they dropped their show coverage per se down a lot. And, I mean, everybody did, including, muscular development. And I guess, but you would say MD still kind of is like more of show coverage kind of stuff. And as shitty as it is, it's still like, I'll give them that part of it. RX show coverage, but also entertaining type of things with original programming that Dave has pretty much pioneered, and the whole industry has kind of taken the lead from him, us included. I'm not fucking denying that. I saw it worked for him, and I said, I'm going to try something like that, and did a different spin on it, so I wasn't a full copycat like a lot of other fucknuts out there. And then you look at places like Generation Iron, more higher-end video production, movies and things like that, and kind of more of like, some lifestyle stuff, but more of like, it's not just a straightforward, quarter turn to the right kind of stuff. They put a little bit more of a documentary type of spin on it, which I think is fucking awesome. And then you have us. What are we? The bastard children. Well, basically, I'm like, well, we don't really give a shit about shows. We cover the events more to talk to the people at the expos, like we did at the recent Arnold Classic and the Olympia and all that shit before the LA Fit Expo. I'm not really making documentaries. I'm not going to fucking try to fake that one. So what are we? We're the ones that give a shit about you guys. I'm not saying the other places don't, but they don't put them front and center like MSM does. That's the whole fucking point of this little nose kind of thing. I love putting you guys in the magazine, right? Now we started with the MSM.com, readers of the issue and stuff like that, and which we will always continue. Then we do our road trips. Here's the Olympia stuff, pictures with a lot of you guys there. And then Pete the Artist, we started him in the last issue, the drawing board with the Muscle Mercs, with some of the really beautiful hot ladies that follow this fucking really fucked up company. And I don't know why they do, but thank God, or else it'd really be a swinging dick party. And those things are always going to continue. And also the live shows, you guys are not only a part of it, you're it. I mean, what's the subject today? You guys. That's I don't really give a fuck. I go off topic as much as I need to and want to, because of people that want to chime in and go on live with me, and I'm fucking flattered. And guys that I got to meet at the Arnold and stuff, and you'll see a bunch of those videos, some on this very show or this episode of MSTV. But that's what we are. And it's morphed into the family thing, and it's really. It's kind of, I don't know, taking a life of its own, whatever the fucking metaphor or fucking expression you want to use. It's just fun. And people like to have fun and talk about crazy things. And because we're all into bodybuilding, and that's how everybody kind of like found out about this company and how I got to meet you guys. Some of you hang out and drink with you in person at these events, which to me is great. And a lot of you guys... social media muscle, right? Yeah, now listen, all right, here's before social media muscle, I got Boston Lloyd in there. Tons of fucking Jerry Ward, Crystal Wildfire Anthony, she's a huge part of our team. But I have the social media muscle in there. Recognizing guys in social media. Not a fake Phil Heath fucking column. It's you guys that are fucking making up this magazine. You guys. I mean, you make it easy for me. All I gotta do is put it together. The content's out there. You guys are doing it. So I always say promote yourself, but I'm gonna fucking promote you as well, because you guys make it a fucking great time to do this stuff. And just because we all are into bodybuilding and sports and things like that, doesn't mean we have to always talk about bodybuilding. That's what made us get to know one another. It doesn't mean that we got to only talk about that. It's boring, guys. You know it. I know it. We all know it. But they're still fucking faking it and trying to make believe that it's fucking exciting and putting all of this seriousness into their coverage and Walter Cronkite fucking shit, and when they can't even fucking do a college newspaper right. So you know what? I'm going to have fun with this shit. We're going to have fun with this shit. The fucking family knows what makes... shit fucking happen, and the nose knows.
So, are you looking for open and honest talk about female bodybuilding, female muscle, competing, and more? Well, here it is. Make sure to watch me, Crystal Wildfire Anthony on Spreading Like Wildfire on Muscle Sport TV. Not only will I give you my uncensored opinions, but I'll also show you some sexy muscle. Want to see more? Just come watch me on MuscleGirlsLive.com and follow me on Instagram at Crystal Wildfire Anthony. You want to be careful though, not to get burned. It's hot and it's going to be spreading like wildfire. Make sure you guys sign up. Watch us at Muscle Sport Mag, Muscle Sport TV, and come say hello.
Let's be honest. Most of us are finding our gear from Johnny in the back of the fucking gym over there. You want one of these. The Royd test. You want to make sure it's not bunk, not weak crap. This is their advanced field kit. Just got it sent to me. William Llewellyn, he of the Anabolics books. So this guy knows his shit. Here's the Royd test. Comes in a nice case here. Look at that. It's even got a fucking battery. Look at that. Oof. All different tests you can do on all your different gears. All right. Now here's your tester. So check it out. Highly accurate. Versatile. Fast. Easy to read and step-by-step instructions. More than 20 different steroids this is going to check. Oils, tablets, capsules, and even raw powder. Specific color reactions provide all the confirmation, and it has a whole booklet in here. You can get all your stuff. Boldenone, testosterone, all this stuff. Everything you want to know. Guys over at roydtest.com, advanced field kit. Get it and make sure you're not getting fucked.
What's this?
And we're out of time on this week's episode of MSTV. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank Big Frank Budelewski for joining us on this program, and also Denise Masino, Misfit. You go make sure you check out the site, adventuresofmisfit.com. Purchase the DVD on there. You will not be disappointed. And welcome to the MSM family, to the Gym Gang. You're going to be seeing them a lot on this here same channel. And we will see you in 1 week with more interviews from the Arnold Classic Expo.